you did a great job of introducing them, but no one can introduce them better than them.
Yes.
Right? So Dr. Laura Bush, first time I get an opportunity to meet you.
Yes.
Interesting business name, Dino Dental, right?
Yes, and if you come into my dental practice, you are greeted by a giant dinosaur. His name is Blue. And we're an orthodontic and pediatric dental practice, but I do treat adults for orthodontics, and they always laugh when they're in there because they're like, I'm surrounded by dinosaurs. They love it.
Okay, now, you have to give us more than that, Doctor. There has to be a foundational reason why dinosaurs and dino, right?
Well, we figured dinosaurs are kind of loved by every single age group. So the little kids that come in, you can't find a little kid that doesn't have like dinosaur clothes or loves dinosaurs. So my husband's the kid dentist, and he was like, if we do dinosaurs, there's no one who would say no to dinosaurs. So we made it look kind of like a museum theme, like art's there, the dinosaurs are there, and then Leah has some awesome art that she made for us with dinosaurs and various backdrops, and we're working on really cool ones right now too. And then we also have dinosaur t-shirts. I mean, we go all out dino for the kids, and they just love it.
Yeah.
I mean, they just love the dinosaurs. We even have 2 little dinosaurs that move that they can ride, that they really love.
Very cool.
I'm writing a dino the next time I'm there.
Everyone knows when you go to a dentist, like there's that fear factor, so that really breaks that up, right?
Yeah, and I'm always surprised how much people know about dinosaurs. Like, I'll have 9-year-olds telling me about these dinosaur things that I'm like, wow, I had no idea that was a dinosaur. And so it's kind of a fun place to work because you get to learn a lot about dinosaurs and teeth.
Yeah. So your husband and you are both a dentist?
Yes, we work together, which is interesting.
Yeah.
It's
you
good
throw that in
and bad. And
Good
then I think our trump card is kind of our staff. We just are really crazy about who we pick in terms of who works with the kids. We try to make them really cool, like people you would want to hang out with. So I think that's really special for our clinic. When I go in there, I think every single staff member is someone who I would let work on my daughter. I have a 5-year-old. So I think that's really important for our business as well.
The opportunity. Doctors aren't known for having personalities.
Oh my gosh. That's definitely not working.
Isn't it true?
I feel like sometimes that can happen, yeah.
You don't understand the rest of them, because I know a lot of doctors as well, right? And that's no knock. We are who we are, right? A lot of times that being a doctor, not being as social and those kind of follows, because you're more scientific, the things you have to think about, where I'm going to put myself in your care. I want you to know what you're doing.
Yes.
Right? And that's a persona that's often given out by doctors as well.
Right.
So why are you so fun?
I don't know. In my business, I have to talk to teenagers all the time. So I feel like they need to have somebody who they can really talk to. A lot of them are going through a really hard time in their life, and they need to be able to confide in me that they're not happy with their smile and things like that. So I think for my business, you have to be able to talk to people. Otherwise, they'll just shut you out and they won't do anything. But I don't know. I come from a family of doctors, and yeah, like my grandpa was a doctor and stuff, and he was cool. So I figured. I love people. Yeah, I love talking to people, and I love hearing their stories. And actually last year, I decided to go to all these networking groups just to see like what other women were doing out there. When you go into the doctor mindset, everyone kind of has the same formula. So I was like, I'm going to try to go to these networking groups where there aren't doctors and try to like learn from them, because all these women are working so hard. I mean, when I think of Lorian, she is always on her phone, always available, always posting. I mean, they're really inspiring people, and I think that they're working a lot harder than people are thinking. So I think actually they gave me a lot of inspiration, especially last year when I was like, I'm going to start going to these. And it helped me be able to talk to people and things like that. Yeah. So it's really cool to see what's going around Colorado Springs with the women entrepreneurs and networking and things like that. these women are incredible. I mean, they're amazing.
They are. That's why we were the number one state in America for female entrepreneurs.
I'm not
Oh,
surprised,
really?
like
Yeah.
at all.
That's
number one
Yeah.
city in America for
Yeah.
female entrepreneurs.
So how do
Yeah.
you balance your time as a doctor? How do you get out of the building? That's usually
It's
the biggest
actually really
challenge.
hard. You know, I actually have to schedule it. So I'll block off my schedule to go to the networking meetings. And I'll make like a longer lunch or things like that. So I actually have to know like 8 weeks in advance what I'm gonna do, and I have to build it into my schedule for sure. It's pretty hard to do, but it's also pretty fun because I'm like, yes, at the lunchtime I get to go do something fun,
Yes.
and get to talk to people, and so it's actually given me a lot more energy in my own practice, I would say.